Made a quick, right there, right there. That's how reactive she still is. Doesn't scare her. Whoops, see, I jumped there because she was getting ready to jump into me. I have a healthy respect for horses like this. It's a dangerous job with what I'm doing here. She's just tough. Like, let's be honest. There you are, you're free now.
Well, this mare I rescued from a kill lot in Oklahoma. She's a bucking bred mare from off of a ranch, originally in Idaho. She was shipped into slaughter.
Hey y'all, if you've been following the journey of this big bucking bred mare, we're getting ready to start session 6. Last session we were working, doing some groundwork. We haltered her, we were doing some groundwork with the halter and lead rope, and we introduced a flag to her. And in this session here, we're going to keep building on that. And you know, she still has not got her feet done, her mane is not combed out yet. And we keep working toward that, but it's been a slow process because she's just tough. Like, let's be honest, like she's learning, but it's a slow process. So we're just gonna keep building on it here today. And you know, I'm still not quite able to get this halter on without the use of, you know, this rope. I have this little rope here that I'm gonna go over her head with, because I still don't quite feel comfortable with getting this halter on and putting my hand over her neck to reach down to grab the tail of this rope or this halter. Because what'll happen is if I scare her with my hand over there, she's more than likely gonna run into me. So I don't wanna put her in that situation quite yet. So what I'm going to do is rub on her here and see if I can slowly put this halter on right from the start. And I might not be able to, we'll see here. Good job. So, you know, I would really like to be able to get to rubbing down her legs today. We'll just see if that happens. I just can't promise anything with that because I'm kind of going, just building her as she's ready. So it's a slow journey and we just have to take it as it comes. Good job. Good. Good job. So basically I'm just being very slow about putting this halter on, because if I make any quick moves, she is going to really react to it quickly. So I am, you know, I'm messing around here, seeing if I can move this and keep a rhythm with my rub here, and maybe she'll drop her head enough that I can reach the tail of this rope. I mean, that would be great, but there, she dropped her head a little bit. But I have to be so careful right here to not get her too worried or scared. So I'm just trying to keep her relaxed here and see if I can somehow, there. I did get the rope, easy. See, I did get the tail of this halter across there for the first time. She let me do it without getting scared. So that's great progress right there. Now we'll see if we can get it tied here. And see, she's going to move there. No, don't quite got it tied, so I just got to go with her and see if we can keep her from scaring too much till I get it tied. All right, good job. We got that halter on. All right. Now we're going to see if we can get the hair out of this halter here. One thing we might do at some point today, we might see if we can put something in her mane to start getting the tangles out. She's still defensive on this side, so when I walk over here, she's trying to block me. So I'm just gonna work with her here and see if I can rub her on this side. So I'm just going with her, but I'm trying to change my angle. And once she stands still and lets me be in this space here, like right there she did, that's where I reward her. So it's like a give and take kind of a deal there. I just go with her until she stands still, and then I'll release her. Good. See, this side's getting so much better. So rub down her shoulder here to the top of her leg. Easy. Made a quick, right there, right there. That's how reactive she still is. It's all right. So that's why I'm in a round pen, so I don't lose this lead rope. So the fence kind of stopped her as I was tugging, because if she learns how to pull through my hands, you know, it will become a learned behavior and it won't go away anytime soon. So what I'm gonna do, just to kind of get her focused, is build on what we were doing last time and ask her to move away from me. And as soon as she does, I release. Because right now, what I noticed coming in today is she's a little more worried. You know, as I was working around here today, I was watching her in here, and she was just a little more worried today. There's some cows down there that she was watching, and so her mind isn't quite as settled today. She's starting to relax here, but I have to be careful because she's a little more up today. So because of that, I'm gonna go into a little more work right off the bat and ask her to move, and when she does, I release. But oftentimes if we give our horses a job when they're distracted, then they go from their mind being distracted to their mind being focused on us. We need to take leadership. She's taken to that really good since the last time. You know, last time we were asking her to leave with the flag a little bit and with the rope here, and she just didn't really understand it very good, but from that little bit we did, she's really getting a lot better with it. So basically, if I put energy toward her shoulder and rib cage, I want her to flow away from that energy. Good job. So when I release my energy, she comes back. You know, what's neat about horses is they learn from the release of pressure, and if we ask them to go outside their comfort zone and then we let them come back to us, we become their comfort, like we become their leader. So what I'm doing here is outside her comfort zone. She's like, I don't quite understand this, what we're doing, and she gets a little up about it, but she's not freaking out, she's just uncomfortable. One thing I really like about doing this is it gets a horse bending through their body from all the turns she's doing. Like if you watch her body, I just put more energy in there because she wasn't leaving. But you know, when she's traveling here, when she goes to turn in, she's bending her body. So like if I bend my body like this, it feels good and helps me relax. And I feel the same way with horses. when they're bending their body with the tug of my lead rope here, and then bending their body this way, she'll leave here. And then if I tug here, I'm asking her to bend her body. But there's different levels of energy with a horse that we, in our body, like right there, I had like a medium level of energy. Like right here is low, and there the level got up a little bit. And so when my level of energy starts to climb, the horses read that and feed off of that. So she fed off of that energy coming toward her, and she left. And as soon as she went to leave, my body came back to low energy. Right here it's low energy. And here I release that, and she feeds off of that and stops and turns in toward me. So now for the first time since we've been doing that, I'm gonna reward her more by rubbing her, just letting her know that everything's all right here. Good. And I like to rub her on both sides. What I do on one side, I want to do on the other side. There, that's better. So since I worked her here a bit, she's not as worried about me over here, because we put her mind to work. Instead of just letting her mind be all distracted, we put her to work to get her focused on me. I want her to look to me as a leader. There we go. See how she's licking there? So much better. So as we get to working here, I'll just keep building on what we did last time. And when I'm bringing this flag out, I'm thinking about what is her reaction as I'm walking around here. And she's a little concerned about it, but she's not too worried. So now I'm going to put that level of energy up a little bit, and I'm testing her. What is your reaction to this? Can you stay with me, or is this too much? And I'm not gonna put something on her that's too much. There we go, good. Take a deep breath. Then I'm gonna reward her in this form right here by rubbing her on both sides of her head. What we found out in the last session is this flag isn't a huge deal to her, at least around her head and neck area. So we can use it in a few different ways. We can use it to comfort her, and we can also use it to desensitize her, depending on the level of energy that we put into this tool here, this flag. So right here it's low energy, and it's comforting her right now. And then I can bring it back here and have higher energy and desensitize her. But I'm not freaking her out. Good. What I want to do is, see, when I started going down her leg there, that was almost a little too much. So I took it away. Good. Watching her expression. Good. There we go. But everything I'm doing here, I'm working toward getting her quiet enough to do her feet eventually. So we could, if we go to do her feet now, if we would try to somehow contain her to do her feet, you know, she's likely to bust out of whatever we're doing and someone's going to get hurt. She's just not broke enough yet. I mean, you could put her in the stocks and bind her up somehow and get them done, but my goal is to teach her how to pick up her feet and do it correctly. Good job. There we go. Even picked up her foot a little bit. You get the idea, don't you? Now we'll do that on this other side again. Go down her feet a little bit. Nice job. Okay, so we'll change things up now. Give her a little rub. Now I'm gonna do something that's a little different. I'm gonna start, I like to put this rope over her back and eventually around her feet. Actually, I might get rid of this as well. So I want to desensitize her to different things around her body, around her legs. So as I started swinging this here, her reaction was pretty good. You know, she wasn't jumping about this, and she's actually licking. So I feel like I can do this now. Maybe do it up over her back a little bit. See, that was a little much there. A little jump. But see, she's not running off or anything like that. So it's just a different feel. It's just softly landing on her back. But she's staying with me. There we go. Good job. Got to do it in steps and stages, baby steps, and keep building her confidence. And what we do on one side, we're going to do on the other side. So I start swinging here and got up on her back a lot quicker that time, so we'll see if we can lay it on her back. Good. Have to be careful doing that at first on a horse, because when it comes across and they see it with their other eye, sometimes they'll kind of jump front into you. So she's doing really good with that part of it. Good job. Now, I want to keep coming back to the side here. This is something we just got to keep doing. Keep rubbing her. For the first time, I'm rubbing her back. That was a little uncomfortable for her. Good. So I want to come over here and see right here, I'm just going to stay with her until she quits moving her feet. Keep a soft rub here. There we go. Good. Got halfway down her back. Good. I'll rub her here. See if we can rub her back here a little bit. Good job. But she's a little wary of it. She's like, I don't know. Feels kind of weird. But she'll start to enjoy it. Good. So one thing I would like to do here, if we can, you see that tag? That tag is from the sale barn she was at, the kill lot she was in. I'd like to take that off today if I can, and we'll save that for Becky. Becky is the owner of this horse, and so we have this tag here, 373. I like to do it with her standing. So this is part of teaching her to stand quietly while we're doing something. I don't want to just rip it off. I want to do it with her standing quietly. Good job. So I'm actually going to ask her to move again. Change things up and keep teaching her to be comfortable and get more bend. Like right here, I'm tugging and she was kind of pulling against me. So I stayed with her until she softened her body up to me. See, if I never work on putting the pressure on her, she'll never learn how to handle the pressure. But I'm trying to do it in a way that doesn't scare her. Whoops, see, I jumped there because she was getting ready to jump into me because of that flag on the ground. So I reacted and kind of scared her. That was my bad. Good job. Good. So I have a healthy respect for horses like this. It's a dangerous job with what I'm doing here. So sometimes you'll see me jump about things, and that's just because I have a healthy respect, because I know I can get hurt at any minute. So you'll see me jumping sometimes when I think things are gonna go south. But if you don't have a healthy respect, you will get hurt pretty easily. And we're human, so our timing isn't always perfect. There we go. And now I would like to just step her around in a smaller circle if I can. There we go. And I like to work her for a period of time like that instead of just stopping and petting her after every maneuver. Do it for a little bit at a time and then give her a big break. Good workout. Good job. Now, we're going to rub her on this side again. And let's see if we can, there we go, get a nice rub in. Good. Good job. It's getting more comfortable with me over here, but still not 100%. All right, so this tag right here, let's see if we can't pull that off. It's kind of stuck in our hair there. A little more than I thought. All right, so there it is. The 5373 says do not remove. Well, I just did. There you are, you're free now. We'll give this tag to Becky when I see her again. Good job. Now, we're going to go back to focusing on those feet for a little bit. What I like to do is keep building on this swinging around the legs and seeing how comfortable she gets with this rope. Because this rope is going to be my friend when I start picking up her feet. It's going to really help me. Good job. Good job. Good. So I'm really rubbing down her leg there a little bit and see her flinch. Gets uncomfortable when my hand goes down her leg. So when you watch horses out in the field, when they're playing, young horses are playing in a herd, you'll often see like a young horse grab the other horse's leg right here or somewhere in here when they go to bite them. They're grabbing that. So I feel like when we first start rubbing down their leg, That's what comes to mind. Like they're like, oh, that's another horse trying to bite me. So I can understand why they flinch so much when we do that. Good job. That was better on that leg. Good. I'm just trying to make it feel good by rubbing her. Good. See how that rope is wrapped around her leg there and she's fine with that? That's what we're after. See if we can do that to a bigger extent here. So you get to where, you know, where I do that and then I feed that rope through, and now there's going to be a little bit of pressure. But what I'm not going to do is reach down there to get it, because if I reach down there, she could easily strike me. So I want to get the tail of the rope out here where I'm safe, and then I might slowly start going down, but I'm watching her reaction. And if she starts to panic at all, I just let it go. But this is how I'll start messing with their legs, just in a very soft, relaxed way. And there, she moved a little bit, I tugged, her leg picked up, I released. And I'm just teaching her pressure and release with her front foot right now, without me being under her and getting trampled on. There we go. It's another, there we go. You see, she's feeling that, and so I'm going with her, because she's like, oh man, that feels weird. So I'm going with her to try to keep her from getting panicked and just keep that pressure really soft. What I'm not doing is pulling her leg up. What I am doing is when I get her to step here, I put a little bit of pressure on and make it my idea. But she's like right here, she's stepping, and as soon as her foot lifted off the ground, I released her. But it's like 1 ounce of pressure right there, release. Good job. So that's what we'll release her on there. Great job. Good. I like that I'm able to rub her on both sides of her head, and she's starting to be so much better with this. Look at that. She even dropped her head a little bit. That's good, real good. There she's licking. Because of her confidence in me, you know, with everything I'm doing with her, she's looking to me more as a leader, so I can keep putting her in tougher situations to teach her, but not lose that trust, because she's starting to realize that I'm going to be really fair with her. When you're fair with the horse, you can put them in harder situations and teach them confidence. They're always good situations, but they're harder. Just like we have to go through harder situations in life, so do horses, because they live in a real world as well. So now I'm going to just play around with doing it on this side. And, you know, I'm really careful about, before I put my toe down there, that the lead rope is out to the side. So I have to really watch it, that I don't scare her and that she don't hurt me, like strike. See, that's a little more uncomfortable on this side. So we'll do it a few more times. Okay. There we go. But just the fact that I can swing this rope around her and swing my hand in this close to her without her trying to run away is such a huge accomplishment. Good. She was licking again. So I'll keep doing this, and that time she stood, I don't know how long she'll stand here, but she stood there for longer. And see right here, I could reach in with the toe, with my toe. And since she's not panicking there, I'm going to just tug it a little bit. And this side, she's more worried, so I have to be careful here, but I don't want to be directly in front of her. So we'll see if we can get off to the side here a little bit. And even as I'm going down, I'm really watching her reaction. I don't want her to get panicked. There we go. Good. Now we'll go ahead and I have soft pressure on here, and if we could, there, release. Good job. Good. There we go. Excellent job. Just licking there again. Hey, if y'all are enjoying these videos, one way you can support us is through Buy Me a Coffee. We have a link down below, and if you want to support our journey with the free content we're putting out to you, you're definitely welcome to do that. We sure appreciate it. There we go. She took another step. Great job. Great job. Well, she's doing better on this side than I thought she would with this. So that's always really good to see. So now I'm going to rub here and possibly rub down her leg a little bit. Good. So that time I went further down her leg. I don't know if you've seen, but she lifted her hind foot to kick because it felt weird. She was just defending herself. See if I can turn her here so you can see that. But basically, I want to keep getting her comfortable with my hand going down her leg, because eventually we're going to have to get down there to trim her. So when I come down here, see how she goes to kick? That's just her defending herself because she thinks she's getting bit there. Good, now she's licking. There, that was better. So I'm gonna release her on that. Good job. So overall, this was just really good today. I wasn't really expecting to be able to do that with her front legs. So it was a pleasant surprise that she allowed me to do that with the rope. And hey, next session, we're gonna build on that and keep working down her legs and see if we can start lifting them and just keep building her. That's all we can do, right? So I hope to see y'all in the next session. If y'all enjoy these sessions, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you.